In this video, I want to talk about how to properly make money without having to go after every single customer you can. So a lot of people, they think that in order to make the most money, what they have to do is get as many customers as possible. And thereby they go to the mass market. They try and develop a product that suits the mass market where everyone wants to use it. Everyone wants to get it. First off, that's much more difficult than you think. And a lot of people, they say stuff like, oh, this cat food market is $1 billion industry. If I only get 1%, I'll be rich. But then it's like, it's very, very tough to capture even 1% because there's a lot of very competitive, highly advanced top players already in the market. And this is something that like every 3 episodes on Shark Tank, the investors pretty much bring up because a lot of these amateur business owners mention it. So if you haven't seen Shark Tank, it's a show where like a lot of rich people sit there and they decide whether to invest in this business idea or business. So anyhow, rather than doing that, you can look to get into a specific niche. And this is oftentimes better for numerous accounts. Let's look at Elon Musk. He's a billionaire and he decided to go exactly this route by targeting only the premium priced products towards the premium priced people who can afford them by going after high-end electric cars. He wanted to make the first high-end electric car that was very affordable in terms of energy, but very pricey. And this was very contrary to all the other people who went into the market and failed because they tried to make an electric car that was suitable for every single person, but that made it look very ugly because they had to make it very cheap and affordable. So how did Elon Musk do it? He went for cars that were exceptionally high priced and only a sliver of the population would want to buy them, but he managed to succeed by doing this because they were willing and able to pay for it. Plus, he could spend much more money making it look a lot more cool and elegant and so forth. And honestly, if you look at a lot of the most successful businesses in the entire world, it's the same dynamic. Just look at Facebook, for instance, or the GoPro, or Amazon. They may seem like everyone's store, but you have to realize that all of them started out in a niche and then expanded. Amazon, they started out as only delivering books. And once they dominated that niche online, then they expanded out. Facebook, same thing. It started in Harvard. LinkedIn, it's not geared towards everyone. It's geared towards just professionals. And let's look at Prada or Gucci or anything else, Louis Vuitton. These are all premium priced brands towards only a premium audience. And guess what? They end up making tons more money because they're targeted rather than trying to get everyone and being like the Walmart of stores. So stop trying to get every single person because usually you won't get anyone. And on top of that, it really works well. And if you're like, oh, well, I want to make billions of dollars. Well, how about your first dollar? How about your first $1 million? And start from there. And a lot of the big things, they started in a niche. So I found that incredibly interesting. And I think the point of this whole video is that there's multiple ways to tackle an industry. You don't have to go after everyone. In fact, sometimes it's much better to go after a niche. And there's quite a few books that study successful businesses and people. And oftentimes all of them, they target a specific niche. GoPro, they only went towards athletes who wanted to film themselves doing their stunts. In fact, it started as just for surfers and it expanded from there. And now the guy's a billionaire and it's still considered a niche market. Spanx is another one. It didn't go after everyone and try and sell clothing to everyone. It went specifically towards females who wanted a specific comfortable type of undergarment that had to be cut in a specific way. And that's still what the brand's known for. Let's look at, that actress, incredible actress. She started a company called The Honest Company with some investors, and everyone told her, oh, go back to acting. And she kept at it. And now she has $1 billion company that no one really knows of because it doesn't target everyone like Apple. It targets specifically just moms who want healthy, safe uh, products for their children. And she's a very incredible woman, Jessica Alba. And that's a girl that literally I've seen her on YouTube for many, many years. She was actually one of the first collabs on YouTube. She did one with Kev Jumba, who used to be a popular YouTuber. So it's an interesting story. And how can you start using it in your business?